Good evening, everybody, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Matthew, and I'm playing Bandage, the med tech.
I am Arcane, and I'm playing Hex, the Netrunner.
Oh, is it me?
It is you.
I'm Blondie, and I'm playing Lynx, the rocker boy.
And I'm Andrew. I'm playing Webb, the Fixer.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you are normally here with us on a Friday night, you might be thinking, these people aren't vampires, and you would be correct. We are not. Tonight, while Blood in the Bayou is on a break, we're going to play Cyberpunk Red. That is the tabletop RPG system by Mike Pondsmith, based on his world. Came out around the 2020, same time as Cyberpunk 2077. So we'll be playing at some amorphous year in Night City, and it'll be after the Fourth Corporate War. You know, all the good fun stuff. So yeah, we're very excited to be here. Want to say thank you to all of our fantastic special guests. If you guys stream elsewhere, now would be a great time to tell everybody where you do that and where they can find you.
I don't. Next.
Yep.
My name is online. I go by Arcane Anthems. I write free RPG music for the community, and you can find me everywhere on the internet, on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter while it's around, and Tumblr and wherever the heck else, YouTube, and here on Twitch. I usually stream music creation, and again, you can use all my music for free in whatever the heck you want. So go do it and check out all my D&D parodies on my different socials.
Absolutely amazing.
You'll find me on Twitch and other socials as Blondosaurus Rex. I stream mostly horror games, if you're into that sort of thing.
You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I'm not the one that handles our socials, but we play D&D on Sundays. Easy to spell, which is easy to spell. We did it wrong anyway. We're going to get a shout out because it is actually misspelled. That or my photography work you can find WD Photography, which we don't have links for, but you can track down. I'm still building that stuff up. That's where you can find me on the internet.
Fantastic. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for looking fantastic. So this is going to be a one-shot. It is everyone's first time playing this system. We haven't done anything. I might have looked over the book a little bit. We'll see. A little more than a little bit, but there will still be plenty of times in which I'll go, I'll just make something up, and that'll be the rule. And then if we ever play again, people can yell at me and be like, no, Cody, the rule was this. And I'll be like, okay, fine. But super excited to have everybody here. It is Friday night, so things may get weird. It is Cyberpunk, so things will probably get brutal. This system is famous for killing characters. But every game that I have played that is famous for killing characters, I have somehow not killed a character. So we'll see what happens.
Still going strong with Cthulhu, too.
Yeah,
I am down to die. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
Murder me harder.
Absolutely. So we are gonna dive in. Boy, I'm so used to there being more like announcement things, and it's been such a long minute that I feel like normally I should say more. But you know what? Let's get into it, chooms. So it is the year 20 moon. And you are residents of Night City. It is a free city on the California coast, about midway between LA and San Francisco, founded by Damian Knight, and a central hub of commerce and technology. It is where some of the largest mega corporations, both of the U.S., of Japan and China and Southeast Asia, all have corporate headquarters and factories, and it is a place that has become a trend-setting, bar-defining, genre-chasing world. And in the last 20 or so years, actually probably longer, probably since the Fourth Corporate War, the explosion that war led to of technology has changed people's lives. Corporations definitely hold more sway on a day-to-day. There are corporate citizens rather than national citizens, and the type of the type of technology has led to a sort of backlash, but there is also the people that have embraced it, that have decided that this explosion of technology has become the great equalizer between the individual and the forced upon corporate entity that we all strive not to be. And those people are colloquially known as cyberpunks, a term that has definitely been hurled in your direction more than once. Perhaps chiphead, zip drive, all sorts of other things. Even if you are not particularly chromed out, there is a place right here on the edge of Night City, because the corporations are tangible here. Their influence can be felt, and the presence of both the gangs of the city, the social leaders of the city, you can tell in every district, block by block, what is corporately gentrified, what is homogenized, what is uniform and acceptable and promoted, and what is real, what is authentic, what is genuine. And even as people rip or dock away parts of their body, it is that authenticity, that humanity that draws people together. You all have done a couple of jobs together. They worked out well. You've all come up through, I think you guys said maybe classmates through Night City School, something like that. That sounds like you went to night school. I'm sure you were all very smart. And there are two ways to get ahead here in Night City: work for a corporation or run the edges. And that's what you all do. You take jobs that are dangerous, jobs that are deadly, jobs that pay well. And that helps fuel both your addictions, your needs, your personalities, everything else that happens in your lives. So we're going to begin our night here in Afterlife. It is the most famous edge runner bar, and you all have just gotten sort of your first invitation to it. It is just after 10 p.m. The doors are barely open, although if you're a real regular, they open for you at any point in time. And you make your way down the stairwell. The scanner runs over you all. It does clock the different sort of weapons and cybernetic enhancements that each of you have as you pass through it. And you can see this large bioengineered bouncer definitely standing at the door, pushing aside some little street rat that's there, just yipping at him, trying to get in. And you look around the concrete of that bottom sort of stairwell, and there's cracks where his feet are always planted, just from the sheer weight of this guy and you notice a couple more like on the wall. You turn the corner and head in through the door. There's this large huff of sort of smoke, and then as it steals your visual senses for just a second, it blares over your ears. Those audio sensors on any of your cyberware hit 11 and spike immediately as this screaming guitar riff just shears the air. It is a party night. It is business night. There is a live band up there kicking, and they are playing a samurai cover of Chippin' In, which they have attempted to make more heavy metal, a little more death metal, right? And some people are into it, and some people are not. But it definitely sets the tone for the evening. As you guys are walking in, what do we see? Who are you? What do you look like? Tell us about you.
Well, Hex is has some implants kind of in the back of his head, just below this kind of giant mohawk that he has going over the top of his head. He's not dressed like everybody else. He tends to keep more like neutral colors on him. He's got leathers. He's got a kind of a nice red scarf on, and he is somebody who always, like in this crowd, looks very out of the ordinary, reflecting kind of where he's from and holding true to those bits of himself. He does have some kind of specialized eye. He does have a specialized left eye that is definitely like quickly looking around the room, assessing targets, and he looks visibly uncomfortable being in this particular space.
I guess I'll go next. Webb, he's on the shorter side. He's like 5'6". He's not a big guy. He's wearing like high top sneakers that every time he steps like flash on the ground like kids light up shoes. He's wearing like loose fitting harem pants and has a long like bright blue cardigan sweater that has like a graphic that kind of changes, and as the music, it kind of like oscillates with the music. He's wearing mirror shades, has one of the big long stocking caps, kind of like a neo hipster, if you would. Not a whole lot of obvious cyberware. He's got a couple augmentations kind of focused around his ears. And yeah, he's kind of hands in his pocket, kind of keeping his head down, probably walking in a little in the center of the group.
Or did you want to go, Blondie?
Go for it.
Okay. Bandage is probably like right near Webb, but he like not towards the front of the group, not hiding in the back. But he's about 5'7", 5'8". Fairly pale, but with a very, very strong jaw and bright and like neon orange hair that is just like as volumed up as it can be without being like a mohawk. And he's wearing this like puffy jacket that has these other like neon blues and greens that he has rolled up to, or like pushed up right to his elbows on both arms. One of those arms is it is a cyber arm, so it still has like flesh tones to it to not be overtly like a cyber arm, but it does also have like very obvious lines running down it to sort of indicate maybe some paneling almost. And he has these like almost goggles that he wears on his forehead, which kind of keep his large volumed hair out of his face. And he's looking around, trying to kind of assess, especially with it being our first time here, what the actual crowd looks like of this place, because you kind of hear these rumors of the different like super famous runners
Sure.
finally get invited in. So I think that's really what he's focusing on, is like, who the F is actually in here?
Okay.
And like how much of it is bullshit.
Sure.
And bringing up the rear, Lynx is very tall. She's like 6 foot tall and extremely thin and lanky. She's got on some brightly colored Urban Flash style shirt and pants with a very hobo-esque jacket she's got hanging over her shoulder. Her light tattoos off on display. She's got the cybernetics on her face that lead to her eyes. She likes that people can notice them. And she's got her Technicolor hair and eyes just vibing along through different colors over and over. And she's got a smirk as she follows in behind, just kind of surveying everyone around her.
Absolutely. So, Bandage, I would like you. Why doesn't everybody make me perception roll? D10 plus, which is awareness skill. So it's a D10, and it's going to be plus your stat and any skill levels that you have in that.
A 21 total.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
14.
Okay.
I am searching. Oh, I found it. So it's with the base?
Yeah, the base is the total of your level and stat. Why, Mike Pondsmith, you named the total of something the base is counter-fucking intuitive, my dude.
That just seems opposite.
Yeah.
It's opposite of what my brain wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because your brain wants it to be correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. 100%. What'd you get?
I got a 6.
Okay.
Oof.
Just an 11 from me.
Okay.
I rolled a 1, so.
That's yeah. Oof. So yeah, Hex and Bandage. You guys are looking around. You two can roll me a Street Smarts test along with it. You're starting to pick out people from the crowd, and actually, if Lynx and Webb want to roll it as well, warm those dice up a little bit.
Is it streetwise? Or
And
is
this
there
is
a street smarts that I'm
Street
missing?
Smarts. It's Street Smarts. Streetwise. Yeah, it's
Okay,
under
okay.
social skills. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
I got an 11.
Okay.
14?
Nice.
Rolled a 2
I
that
can't
time.
find it on my sheet here, and I don't know where.
It's on the
That's okay.
far right column under ranged weapons, then social skills. It's about the third from the bottom of the social skills, where they all say cool or emp.
Cool.
Cool. I love that
All right.
cool is a stat, right? First
I
of all.
know.
Yeah.
13.
Nice.
Uh,
I like
20.
feeling cool sometimes.
20. All right. By your powers combined, a 13. 13 was our target number on that, was our DV, our difficulty value, for both of those. So you guys start to notice some of the people that are around in here, right? You do immediately, and sort of the most famous, the easiest to clock, is the owner of Afterlife Rogue. And she's kind of off on her side private booth that is open still to the bulk of it. Nobody is, if you don't have business with Rogue, you don't talk to Rogue. Most people aren't stupid enough to, in her own bar, try to approach her and make word of that. There are a couple of edge runners that definitely catch your eye by reputation purely alone. There is a tall black man with a short white-haired sort of buzz cut lined up along the side, and he is kind of basketball player, like svelte. He's got these cybernetic arms that are, you can tell sort of the bulk down in the forearm that holds certain either probably like a gorilla grip or maybe a launcher or maybe blades. But he is he's a guy, his name is Maine. You absolutely recognize him. With him is Dom. And that's just a fairly unassuming looking, little smaller runner that that is a part of his crew, sort of long black hair that lays off to one side. Got this scraggly 5 o'clock shadow sort of happening over here. You also pick out a couple of, if they didn't have skill, they would be called posers. But these guys are fanatics. There is up on the stage what is clearly not, but definitely an homage to Johnny Silverhand and the band Samurai. And you sort of get that's, you know, they do covers and remixes and all that sort of stuff, and you have to feel like Rogue must be feeling nostalgic for tonight, you know. And also there is sitting at the corner high table off on the side, there is somebody that you wouldn't recognize from like activity, but it's like not even vids, but old like pictures, old net fall pictures of I think it's Nathan Blackhand, famous solo, used to be hunted by Atom Smasher just everywhere, and was part of the Night City assault on Arasaka, right? That's so the most famous people here was Rogue. She was part of it. She's the only one known to survive, right? That's the time after the Fourth Corporate War that Johnny Silverhand led a riot to Arasaka and assaulted it with Blackhand and Rogue, and they dropped a nuke on the place. But you wouldn't know that by looking at it today. It looks just as new, which has to sting just a little bit. The other person that you recognize is actually not a runner. It is a fixer. He's a kind of mid-level guy, works out of Japantown a lot, and his name is Leo. Not Japanese, speaks it fluently. He's got like a weird blue streak in his hair. If 20 has weebs, this is him, right? 100%. And he loves everything he has. His Neotechnic jacket is designed to like shift through the like Hokage jackets of old, right? He loves the classics, because in this year the original series lost. You can't find it anywhere. Lost to the fall of the old net. So only Boruto survived, and that's as old as they go. Yeah. It's a sadness. It's a sadness for everybody involved.
Tragic.
It is. But he's with somebody. He's definitely shopping around looking for a job. Who rolled the highest on their streetwise?
I think that was me with the 20.
With a 20.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you would recognize this as Fixer. You've kind of seen this job pop up a couple of times. But Leo seems to be kind of running a negotiation with her. Her name is Charuri, and she's a up and coming 3D artist. So creating files to be 3D printed for people, a lot of functional but designer tech guns that are printed one shots or printed guns. Also, that very much play into the anime stylings of things. Also, she's been known to do 3D sculpts and modeling for brain dances, updating old animes into brain dances, right? So you have to fully like render and develop, and there's a whole bunch to it. So there's her. The other person that you recognize that is a fixer works out of, I think, what is it? Glendale? The Glen. Yeah. Works down out of the Glen. He is an older guy. He's chromed out, and his jaw is like all chrome, like to here, and half of it's meat. But when he speaks, it's a speaker box out of the chrome side, so like his lips don't move, and it just sort of projects this Optimus Prime sort of robo thing. You're a little surprised to see him out here. They call him Ark. He's from Arkansas. Used to live out in the Badlands and was a driver out there. But he occasionally comes up with Corpo Militech jobs. The bar is kicking, but there's enough room for you guys to kind of move around. You've noticed there are a couple of fixers walking around shopping. Those two guys are shopping out some low-level jobs. There are some bigger fixers out there, but you guys got to decide if these feel attainable. So, what would you guys like to do?
Yo, is Me Space always this loud? Because, it's really hurting my sensibilities. Is what it's doing.
Yeah, it doesn't get much quieter than this.
No, it's too much for me. What are we here to do again? We need to find a
get a job.
fixer.
Grab a drink first. It'll dull the senses a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna head over to the bar.
Okay.
Actually,
The
I'm
wrong
gonna go with
one.
him. Yeah.
It'll heighten your senses.
I'm trying to deaden him. I can't hear you. I can't.
Good luck.
I don't know what you're saying. So I'm gonna head over to the bar. Are any of these individuals over there?
None of them are specifically at the bar. No.
Okay.
They're moving around. They're talking with different people. If you want to keep eyes on one of them, let me know, and I'll let you know what they're up to. But they're not like waiting at the bar to get a drink.
I'm gonna get an extra drink.
Okay.
And hey, Webb. Do you?
Yeah.
We should probably lubricate the gears a little bit, don't you think?
It's a good way to get off on the right foot. Yeah, let me lubricate my gears too.
Sure.
Get a drink for me. I'm gonna get tequila with chili rim, lime, top it off with Corona. Johnny Silverhand seems like the drink of the night.
Absolutely. Yeah. Have to.
Is there a dance
There is a dance floor. Yeah, in front of the band. It's not very big, but there's definitely a dance floor that has formed.
I'm going to dance.
All right.
Loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Lexi, you want to go corpo, or are you feeling? And Webb is getting like close to Hex because he is kind of soft-spoken, and so just so you can hear him over the music, he's like right up next to you. We going corpo, and he nods at Ark, or maybe something a little rougher.
Well, I tend to like to keep off of the corporate radars. Maybe we mess with Ark.
Yeah, Ark is the one that does the corpo jobs. Then.
Is it?
like
Are-
generally, right?
So Ark's jobs, yeah, they are low.
Okay.
They are low level, corp adjacent. So he doesn't broker for corps at all, but they're corp adjacent is the best way to put it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You're right. No, let's avoid Ark. Let's hit somebody else.
Yeah, let's move on Leo. Let's see what he's got.
Sounds
Looks
good.
like he's doing the rounds. And we'll move up, and I'm going to try whatever the polite way, because where if he's doing rounds, I don't want to interrupt a conversation.
Sure.
But position like nearby and obtrusive so that we make sense to be the next person to like brush up against.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. As dancing happening,
cool that.
yeah. You guys, it's a few minutes, but Leo and Cheruti sort of slide over next, and Webb, you've met Leo before, and so it's immediately Webb Chum. It's good to see you. Glad you finally got your introduction, your invite. Looks like you got your crew around. How are you?
Yeah, it's a good place. We kind of spread out, canvassing, taking it in while we can. Afterlife's famous.
Absolutely.
Here you're looking for runners.
And he looks down at the little 3D artist. She comes about shoulder height on him. He's taller, so I think she's like 5'8", maybe. He's probably around 6. And she is vibing. You don't know that she necessarily sees or hears much of what's happening. But she is just vibing in her own little world for a minute. And he goes, you guys got a net runner on your crew?
Yeah. Not over it. Just kind of vaguely back instead of like singling out Hex.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, he kind of looks over, does a quick size up.
I'm just double fisting at this point.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
oh shit, yeah. Leo, we brought you this, and gestures the drink.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got a problem here. I'm trying to help Trudery out with. She got a meeting with Sonombra, the 3D tech crew. It's a corpo, but anytime she's done an installation, street piece, she's dropped a new file. She keeps getting harassed by this net runner. Goes by Third Arts. So could use a little backtracing, but what we'd really like is to, meat space put him not in the ground, but definitely keep him out of her next meeting, because she gets corpo signed. That could be a big payday for everybody involved. So,
Have I heard this name before? This other net runner?
make me a streetwise.
That is a 17.
17. You run through a quick scan. You check your logs. You do see the name. It's only been active in the last 3 months, and it's only performed things specifically surrounding this artist. Whenever she's had an installation pop up, like it started out small with dropping viruses on like ad campaigns, with reprogramming her her digital ads, and then it slowly has escalated over the last 3 months to where last month, about a week ago, she was doing a unveiling of a Diva-inspired Technic gun that's like painted pink and blue, and squeals out like Diva lines as it's fired, and all the bullets are like lined with like little mechs, and that's sort of the head cap on them. So she was doing this debut, right? And street artists like this definitely do. They advertise it, but it's like a pop-up sort of thing, right? A lot of abandoned buildings, a lot of warehouses, stuff like that. This one got shut down before it even started. There was a hover drone attack on the audience with rubber bullets and taser prods. So the crowd that had begun to gather was, very quickly dispersed, and she had to run away. Like, the drones turned on her. Didn't know that it was gonna be rubber bullets. I mean, you don't really know that. They still hurt like fucking hell. So yeah, that's kind of the only activity this Third Arts has had any sort of fingerprints in.
Well, Third Arts is pretty just been never in a couple of months. Mostly just sabotage, but no killings or death. That is a bit strange that they'd be going after her, unless they're trying to shut her down to trying to promote a different artist, maybe something like that. Anyway, what do you need us to do? You need me to hunt him down?
Yeah, we'd like to find him, and we would like to make sure that she's got another installation coming up in 3 days. If it goes well, she gets a meeting with Sonombra, and if she gets signed from there, everybody gets a cut of the payday.
I mean, I've been itching to plug in and do some real work. So, yeah, whatever you need, absolutely. I know it's not my call, Webb, but I'm for it.
We're a team, man. Don't worry about it. That's how many Eddies are we talking on this payday?
All based on the bonus that she's going to pop up when she gets signed. But other than that, we can piece together. And you watch him. His cyber eyes are sort of scrolling through a series of numbers. You're guessing like bank accounts and things that he can go through. Let's see. We could do about 8,000 eddies.
Sounds prim to me, Joe. And we specifically no burnout, trying to keep Third Arts alive, or?
Preferably, but if you got to zero him.
Gotta do what you gotta do. All right, Leo. Flick me the deets. I'll gather up the crew.
Mm-hmm. So he drops you the information that he has, most of which Webb has already sort of dug up. He gives you the details of her coming installation, and gives you like where her office is, those sorts of things. So yeah, you guys are signed up for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn Hex, but I'm guessing you already got a zero on this guy.
I do. Yeah.
And I'm gonna drop a tracker in. What was the gal's name?
Chiruri.
Chitori. Okay.
Chiruri.
Drop a tracker in her Chiruri. Right. Spell that out phonetically for myself.
Chiruri.
Gonna drop a tracker in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a mile range, but just in case she disappears.
Yeah, standard.
And if she's vibing, then
you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to. If you want to roll, it would be to hide it from other people watching. She's not going to see it, and Leo he's not really paying attention as far as that goes. And you have a good rapport with him. He's not going to. He's not going to freak out.
Not trying to hide it from Leo, but yeah, if there is somebody like keeping an eye on her.
Everybody in this bar is always watching. There's always the chance of another runner team picking up this job or just trying to screw. Some people make their name ruining other runners. So
okay, that would just be stealth, or is that
stealth? I'm good with stealth.
Pickpocket
Or pickpocket. I'll take either.
I think they might be the same. Let's see, they're on different spots. 16.
Nice. Yeah, it goes well. Most people, you would suspect, somebody would have to be really looking or really knowing what they're looking for to see that, to see the lift you did.
And yeah, I'll just kind of bump into Hex and make my way back towards Bandage. Fill him in on it, and then when Lynx is done dancing, fill her in as well.
I'm gonna go find Lynx. You mess with Bandage, and I'll be keeping tabs on Chi.
Hands back in the pockets and kind of like shoulders through the crowd a little bit. Just back towards Bandage and fill him in.
As you guys fill each other in, you are here. You have the rest of the night. You can roleplay through some of it if you want, or you can tell me what sort of impact you guys want to make while you're here. If you want to fly under the radar, if you want to, liven up the place, have a good party, if you want to make sure you're making contacts with people, if you want to try to, show off in any way, you tell me what sort of impact you want to walk out of here having left.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I mess with the lighting to kind of highlight Lynx's dancing?
Yeah, you can. So this would be your first jack in on an architecture, and it is so Rogue's known a number of net runners. The simpler things like lights, sort of audio settings, graphics and things like that, she leaves in the upper levels of the architecture for net runners to play with, right? For them to do different things. If you go down more than a couple of floors, you'll start hitting the black ice. So as long as you stay in the top end and you don't try to drop a virus in the afterlife architecture, you should be fine. So I believe it is a interface roll or tech is not electron, not cybertech, basic tech, cybertech. What are the
Some of them aren't listed, so it might be a specialty.
Yeah.
thing.
It is a specialty thing then. I think it's the interface skill, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I have it here.
Okay.
So it's a D10, right?
Yeah, D10 plus your interface plus tech.
Goodness sakes. That is not terrible. That is a 22.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are a couple.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
For 16. Oh, 20.
Nice. So 20 still very good. There is a netrunner that came with the band. They pull their own jobs. He was sort of working the lights and the vids, but you completely override everything that he's got programmed in there. All sort of the graphics and interfaces that are popping up and running along the banners and sort of tracing along the digital bar top. The lights definitely are spotlighting Lynx. Lynx, you are center of attention for a minute.
Get down.
Yeah.
She notices those lights, and she just to 100.
Absolutely. So
on some of the vid screens, I'm going to be putting up images of, or like videos of like paint exploding. And those things are going to be like with using the lighting are going to be kind of exploding with lights all around you and on the crowd as you're doing your thing.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Lynx, roll me a dance check.
Oh shit.
And I'm going to give you
Shit.
he did really well, so I'm going to give you a +4
Ooh.
from all the special effects. happening?
Hold on, math. 16?
Nice. Yeah, it's good. Everybody's into it. It's a good show. You know, the jumping, the thrashing, the anger of sort of the normal samurai music. The band is, while the lead singer may not be great and is better at imitation than performance, the band is very good. And they take this hard rock, heavy metal sort of riff, and as this explosion of paint and life sort of come to it, they start layering in these elements of like funk and just like a great rhythm and undertone to those screaming high notes that that the guitarist is pulling back on a little bit. And our poor faux Johnny is dancing, trying to get the crowd back with him, but he knows, you know, crowds come and go. So this one's gonna flow in that direction, and you know. So yeah, fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Anything else you guys would like to leave an impression on for the evening?
Who is the bartender?
Oh, tonight it's Daryl.
Is okay, sure. Because I want to make a good impression with the bartender.
Okay, absolutely.
Because when you're at a bar, the bartender is the one person you gotta get in good with.
Yeah.
If not the owner.
Yeah.
And Rogue is much too high up the food chain, so the bartender it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, what would you like to roll?
Yeah. So I just kind of, if they're not too busy, I want to get a vibe on like their favorite drink off of the menu and like their favorite named drink, since obviously the Afterlife has a reputation of having those named drinks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to get a vibe for that. I want to order one. I just kind of want to be like nice and friendly with this person.
Absolutely. Let me have a I get like a persuasion roll. That's probably
Okay.
or a conversation. I'll take
That
either.
one would be better.
Great conversation.
You got it.
I was like, I know there's one, like a rando
Ooh, not too bad.
skill that for talking to people.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 15.
A 15, nice. Yeah, they do. They like you. A lot of people come in here asking about the drinks.
Sure.
Their favorite is the Jackie Wells, which is a shot of vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer. So that is their favorite. And
Hell yeah. I'll get one, and like if they're not like terribly busy and stuff, I'll see what the actual details on are about getting a drink in your. Like everybody knows the myth that you gotta die, but I want to know if that's actually what has to happen.
That's it. You gotta have a name. I don't put the names up here, but Rogue approves them. To be honest with you, when a Chumba bites it, you just get these people coming in here asking for them by name. Sort of, take a seat and say, hey, give me a Jackie Wells. And if you've been around long enough, if you met him, maybe you kind of play around with some ingredients, and eventually we settle on something, goes up on the board. But you got to pull a job. It's got to be, it's got to be a fucking fuck you corpo job, right? It's got to be a pants splitting, bitch kicking legend of a job.
All right.
And then when you bite it, and you're zeroed out, faced up at the stars, you don't go anywhere. Legends get an afterlife.
Good to know. So get in good with Rogue and then do a big job. Okay, got it.
I mean, yeah, something like that. It's even if you're not in with Rogue, you're a legend. You get a drink.
Fair enough. And he'll finish his drink and then get filled in by Webb.
Okay.
And while everybody's doing that, Webb is kind of going around and trying to not talk to important people, but he's doing the pretending he's on a phone call, well, near important people, and talking about the different people, talking about Lynx's art and Bandage's work and Hex and just floating names out there. And he's trying to do it in a way that people can hear him, but it's like he's trying to like be private about the discussion. Like, you've got to get this runner Hex, like going through, so that if somebody catches, he's dropping the names, but it's not the poser thing where go and be like, oh, that guy's a really good net runner, and then seeing us all leave together.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, roll a persuasion.
Persuasion. It explodes and you roll a 10, right?
Does it? Cool. Go for it.
12.
I didn't realize this system exploded dice. Go for it. Awesome. I'm on board.
Sorry, my brain exploded. 24.
24. Absolutely. Yeah. It works extremely well. You're able to place the right names around the right people in just a interesting enough way for them to take note and remember and feel like they've gotten something without you giving it to them, which makes it really sort of settle and sink in on them. Anything else? You guys pass the night. It's a good night at Afterlife. There's only a couple of bar fights. Most of people get thrown out. It's a good time. And you make it back to your apartments, back to your dives, whatever sort of mega city block that you all call home. Or if you're squatting in one of the reclaimed buildings, one of the warehouses, unscheduled demolition happens all the time. But you guys have, once you wake up somewhere in the afternoon, you've got 2 days to sort out this third arts individual.
In kind of my searches on the net, I'm going to be figuring out who, where these attacks, kind of triangulating where these attacks took place to see, not to find out who this person is, but to find out whereabouts they might be. So like what channels they normally use and their strategies and those types of things. I'll be kind of reviewing a bunch of the logs and a bunch of the deets from just from different libraries. I would even love to hack into the lawmen a little bit and see what their reports on the situation were.
Okay.
If that's helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's. What do you want to roll for that? Interface, or is there a better skill that you think would work better for that?
Interface is great. That's pretty good.
Cool. Do it. Sounds good.
I rolled a 10, so that's gonna explode, right?
Yes.
And then I rolled a 9. Goodness sakes. So it's gonna be 19, 26, 29.
Okay. Absolutely. Fantastic. Is there anything else other people are doing to contribute? Any contacts, any people you're talking to?
You're
gonna get.
Instead of doing the net, Webb's gonna work the streets to try to get in touch with some contacts. He's got his contacts. He can get in touch with like politicians and gang head honchos, and is just gonna kind of put out some feelers, try to figure out like the name, who Third Arts is, and who he like if he works for anybody in particular over these last few months.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and like get in contact with other artists and see if there's anyone trying to come up with the same thing that she was doing.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe trying to like push her down so they can push their stuff up.
Was anybody seriously injured in the last in the raid on her last pop-up, or was it all just like fairly minor?
Some burnt out cyberware. A couple of people. One dude lost an eye. Took a bullet in the eye. You don't know if it was a meat eye or a cyber eye, but
Sure.
lost an eye. And some cracked bones, broken ribs, but nothing lethal.
Serious.
Nothing deadly.
Okay.
I mean, cracked a rib.
A lost eye and a cracked rib are serious.
Yes, they are. But
not like death.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll sort of assist Web-ish, because my main clients that I have for medical stuff are local gangers who also protect my work area in exchange for medical help. So I want to like just kind of cut down on the gangers that he has to reach out to by kind of
Absolutely.
talking to my own main clientele as well.
Great. Web and links. What would you guys like to roll?
Probably streetwise, right?
I'll take streetwise.
Yeah.
Conversation, persuasion. I'll also take those, because you're talking face to face. You know.
Yeah, let's go conversation.
Okay.
It's about the same, but
I'm just gonna go streetwise.
Okay. Cool. And
18.
18. Okay. I'll give you a +2 for the help that Bandage is offering there.
I got 19.
19. Nicely done. So, you guys piece together a ton of information. Okay. First off, a lot of the hacks are centered out of a it's a corner of Japantown, down split on the river, right across from the Corpo Plaza. It's riverfront. It's high-priced Japantown. It is Corpo adjacent. Okay. That is where all sort of the digital footprint leads in and out of. Everything, you have pinpointed the exact building that the hacks are coming from, even as they're pinged off of, different architectures, different satellites, everything like that. You have zeroed him in. Okay. Through talking and definitely supported by that. So Third Arts is, from what everybody can tell, not a legitimate street runner, probably a corpo trained spider or a corpo trained digital agent, something like that. Effective, not street, for sure. The other thing that is that between that building and the reputation, there's a new small design studio called Cody needs to click on something. It's a very specific name. It's a very odd niche name about Cody clicking on things. Discom. Discom is the design studio. They have been, they're a up-and-coming competitor. They've been doing a lot of gun and cyberware leisure designs, as well as style designs. Very kind of functional fashion house, and they're breaking into digital art space and 3D modeling. A lot of what Truruti is doing mirrors what they do. There are a few other artists that Lynx, you do note that do similar things, right? 3D print files, 3D modeling, art installations, hologram installations, those sorts of things. But they're on good terms, from what everybody is telling you, with Truruti. They're a very good, like, 5, 6, half dozen about artists, and they always support each other. They show up. They get their followers to show up. They, if people like, and it's all in sort of different styles, right? Truruti is very, very Japantown, very anime, very watercolor and stylish, and some of these people are have very different styles, So they're friends, they're colleagues more than they are competitors, and they definitely spend a lot of time and effort signal boosting each other. So you don't suspect it's necessarily one of them. So you guys are in somebody's home, somebody's apartment. Where are we at?
Probably not my place. No.
I have an office that is specifically a spare room in a warehouse shop or clinic, which I'm thinking might be in Bandage's clinic. I just
Fuck
have
yeah.
so we could
Listen,
be hanging
man,
out at
that
Bandage's
also-
clinic.
That cuts down on costs, having a having a tenant. So
It's like a WeWork.
yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah, we can be in my clinic.
Nice. On board.
Yeah. Again, we'll share the information that we gathered, I'm sure. But
As
So we
you
know
get,
where Third Arts is.
thanks. So.
Yeah. Okay. What's stopping us now? We just don't know who they are. We know that it's a corp of some kind.
Some kind. Not sure who the backer is, but yeah, honestly, this Studio Discom seems likely, even though they're friendly. Like somebody's got.
No one's friendly.
No one's friendly.
You
No,
can
they-
be friendly on the outside and very mean on the inside.
You can slap a smile on anything. That
Yes.
doesn't mean you're friendly. I say we go in. Like, I can provide cover from the outside if you want, or we can just bust in, take them out.
Do we want to do any scouting on the actual building before we go in, or the? I don't know, your net
It's all
running
kind of
stuff.
protocol. I can do it all remotely if you want.
Yes,
Difference and shit.
just to be able to find out more information before we go in.
There are cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck, if you scout it out, that's.
I will save you guys the roll. You guys have done very well gathering information. The building, it is standalone, but it is very tight to some other buildings. There is one fire escape on the, we're going to say, north side of the building. River is on the west. Streets are on the east. And then on the south is their neighboring building. It is a 22-story building. There is so it's got it's a corp, but it's a small corp. It's got like the sign up front. They do have a lobby. They run things out of the different offices, the design studio. So a lot of people do work there. You can't get any information from inside the building. That's its own architecture. So you would have to be in the building within about 30 feet of a node, of a jack-in point, basically, to access that. Glass windows on the ground floor, mirrored all the way up. It is not... it's a well-styled building, but it's very much it's a court building. There is very little. It's more modern Tokyo than ancient Edo, right? If that makes
Sure.
sense. So
So how we getting into this place, huh? I mean, Link's yours good for a distraction, aren't you?
Always.
What do you think you
Yeah.
could do out front or around one of the sides? You think you could maybe cause a bit of a disturbance?
Well, I know they don't like a lot of color on their buildings. I could probably fix that for them.
Or we could fix that for them.
I love that. Let's give them a show.
Yeah. I what if you still got some of those paint bombs?
Absolutely.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe create a little mess to them and then clean it up for them.
Oh yeah. Or we could leave it.
I'm not gonna be doing any scrubbing.
And then, well,
But that would at least get us inside.
Exactly. That's all we need.
get inside. We gotta cover you while you jack in, and then just see what we find.
I'm sure you can find a closet somewhere to hole up.
Absolutely. And then yes, we see what we find, and then bum rush office with person in it, or
If we find the person, that's. I'm just thinking this is the backer. I doubt they'll be on site, but
Probably.
could
not.
cover Hex so that he can get in the network and dredge up.
absolutely.
Carrying a ladder, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah. See what we
Maybe
can
we just
shake
throw them
out.
in the trash, huh? Walk right out with them.
Heck yeah. All right, then that is good plan. How bad do we think security will be? Will it?
from what you can tell, there are some security guards that are on site. Pretty common. I mean, they're not like hardcore security, but you also know that this guy's used drones in attacks before,
Okay.
and you don't know whether. I mean, I wouldn't rely on them being non-lethal
Sure.
if they attack you. Right.
Again, you can leave those to me. I should be able to get them back. And maybe get them to again cause some more mayhem if we need it.
Always bring the mayhem.
All right.
Sounds good.
The only thing I need to be able to prep is I have some antibiotics and things that I'm making in the corner over there that I just need to finish, and then I will be ready to go.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'm going to say the first day you guys gather all that information, you sort of have this conversation at night. So the next day is not the event; it is the day after. So you guys are going to head up to Discom Studios. What time of day do you want to make this approach?
Oh, just like noon, right? Like as
Yeah.
much street traffic as we can. That's
Afternoon, real flow with the traffic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Also, Cody, I
Yeah.
apologize. I do actually need to make 2 rolls
Go
to
for
see
it.
if I can make these drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say drugs because they're like pharmaceutical, like actual
drugs.
pharmaceuticals, but they are drugs. So that is a Ba-ba-da-ba. My tech is an 8. Plus 3 is 11. Perfect. The first one was a 13, which is the DV class thingy. Second one is even higher. What did I say that was? 11, 15. So I have 2 drugs. I have a speed heal and a stim.
Nice. Okay.
Well, he's working on drugs. Webb is working on his, which you guys are probably familiar with. He's like muttering to himself, anxiety pill, and then he takes a mood stabilizer. Then he takes a little he's got an Adderall to balance out the mood stabilizer so it doesn't crash. He's like going through his own little pocket pharmacy.
Real precise. You gotta bring yourself down, bring yourself up. Just real leveling work. I respect that.
Balance.
Absolutely.
Which is why he's so soft-spoken. Is he's usually just drugged out of his mind, but it's no fun drugs. It's just functional.
Tragic.
I understand that feeling.
I always have to inject a little realism into my.
You're good. You're good. Absolutely.
It's a harsh world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra one of these today. Pops another anti-anxiety pill.
Nice. Okay. Before we start the job, it is 9:25. We want to take a quick 5-minute break because once we get going, it's gonna be like
let's do it.
We're gonna do it. So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will see you soon. But until then, be cool. Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have
Matthew playing Bandage, the Medtech. I never know how to pronounce that word. Medtech, that's the one.
I'm Arcane. I am playing Hex, the Netrunner.
I'm Blondie, and I'm playing Lynx, the rocker boy.
I'm Andrew. I'm playing Webb, the Fixer.
Fantastic, and thank you guys for hanging out with us. We are playing Cyberpunk Red. We're having a great time. Our wonderful edge runners have been to Afterlife. They've picked up a job. They've run down the information on this Netrunner third art. It has led them to this startup Discom design studio, and by startup it's got a 20-story office building. That is, that's how startups happen in the world of Cyberpunk. You guys you said you wanted to do this broad daylight, noon, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. So
We gotta make a name for ourselves somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am passing out janitors' outfits to both Webb and Bandage, and then Lynx. You can figure out how you wanna how you want to join us after the distraction.
Is the fake mustache really necessary?
Yes.
It's a part of the whole thing. So you gotta.
If I could
really
have
gotta
a fake
commit to
mustache
character.
right
Get
now,
into
I would
character.
have one.
Okay. What you guys tell me. You guys tell me what you're doing. It is south side of Japantown. The street is there. Lunch rush is happening. There are food carts everywhere. Go for it.
I'm going to go in a little bit early,
Okay.
and if there's like a little waiting area, I'm gonna sit for a bit.
There is a lobby. Absolutely. Yeah, the lobby you go in. There's a reception desk. There's a couple of security guards you see coming in and out. So a total of looks like about 3 people man this lobby. And up along the walls are intellectually distinct characters that have been modeled by Discom for artistic and brain dance purposes.
like Naruto. no, not actually Naruto, but with an O.
No,
Naruto.
Norota. Norota.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for like a decent amount of people to be going through.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna take out my paint grenade
Okay.
and I'm gonna unpin it and roll it through people's feet
Okay.
and let it go off in the middle of the crowd.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you want to try to avoid people knowing that you did this?
Yes.
Okay. Then I think we have just a stealth option on here somewhere. Stealth.
Get 'em links.
Yes, I saw it.
Body skills at the bottom. First column, second set, last option.
I see it.
There you
I
go.
knew I'd get there eventually.
I love games that have distinct skills, but I also feel like some of these are not necessary.
There's a lot.
Correct.
There's
Right.
so many.
A 10?
A 10.
So, well, no, it's actually a 19.
19. 19 is much better than a 10. 18 was the difficulty. So yeah, you're able to very, very stealthily. Are you wearing your bag lady overcoat? Like how are you dressed? Are you in the jumpsuit? How are you dressed right now?
I have that hooked into my belt.
Okay.
So it's like I have it so that when I go outside I can put it on and blend in the alley.
The bag lady or the jumpsuit?
My bag lady.
The bag
My
lady.
bag lady.
So it's like
I
a
don't
bag.
have the
Oh, you
jumpsuit.
didn't jumpsuit. Okay, so it's like a bag
No.
lady skirt
I look
right now.
pretty fancy in my fancy clothes.
All right.
So I don't look crazy out of place.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, so the lunch rush starts to happen. Some people come filing out. You can tell that these are other artists, designers, people that coders, right? Everybody that sort of would be working in this type of design studio. The paint bomb goes off. And what color is the paint?
Oh, it is all the colors.
It is all the
It's
colors.
like inside, it's like sectioned out, and it's like rainbow.
Okay, all right. It explodes. It sprays up, hits the roof, catches on the chandelier. People getting just the Dragon Age treatment, full faces of paint. And whoever was unfortunate, there's this woman was unfortunate enough in her like smart business suit, pencil skirt, sharp lined blazer, gets the red paint, and it comes with a loud explosion. So she starts screaming bloody murder because she's pretty sure somebody just died and like blew up over her. So
I'm gonna run up and oh my god, are you okay? Oh my god! Calm down. It's okay. I think this is paint.
Huh? Oh my god, why would somebody do that? That's so I don't understand.
Come sit down.
Okay,
Come on.
okay.
And I, like usher her over to the seats, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm helping so that people don't know that
Uh-huh.
or notice.
Yeah.
Immediately as the paint bomb went off, Webb just goes, I think that's our cue. He puts his hand in his pocket. Just the exact same way he walks around all the time. He just walks in and just starts walking towards like the elevators, just past the crowd.
Okay. There are from this lobby. There are four paths. You guys have scouted it pretty well. One is a private elevator. One is the public elevator. It's a large people mover and also a like cargo mover. So it's more the size of like a freight elevator, but fancy, right? Fancy freight elevator. Then there is a private staircase, and then the fire escape staircase that leads outside. So the two guards have left the desk and are trying to check on the people. People are looking around, like the one woman screaming bloody murder is the one thing sort of pushing this a little longer as people are freaking out, trying to figure out where'd all this paint come from. The receptionist is on, you can tell, not on a handheld, but like she's scrolling through the digital screen, looking for like maintenance, security, like she's trying to get help. So where are you guys going?
Ocean's 11 flashback where we're looking at our
Sure.
hand-drawn blueprint.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we can get to the private elevator, can you get it to move?
Can I? Of course I can get it to move. I mean, that's not even a problem. I absolutely, but you'll have to give me a second to get set up. So once I get set up, then you're good to enter. Cut to Hex walking in with these like poles wrapped with this like white kind of like a canvas type material. And I'll say, everybody out of the way. I'm gonna clean some stuff up here. I'm gonna set up these like poles around the explosion area.
Okay.
And put up the canvas almost as if I'm like gonna be cleaning inside.
Okay.
Of this area, and I've done it in such a way that I am over a node.
Okay.
And I've kind of sectioned off a node, and I'm going to have my agent, which is my little handheld device, just talking, like speaking, like, "Oh man, what a mess!" Like that's going off while I'm plugging in.
Absolutely. So the node is at the receptionist desk. You just need to be within range. You're in range. You can do this. Absolutely. I love the canvas thing. 100%. All that. You just don't have to stand over it. Is the idea.
Right, okay.
So you take the jack in action. There is past the lobby. It's a password on the first architecture. So you have 3. I believe at your rank you'd have 3 net actions. So first one is a password. So you'll need to backdoor that if you want to make the roll on that.
All right. Let me find out how this is actually done.
I believe it's pretty much all interface.
It's just
and if
interface rank plus program bonus.
Yep.
Plus a D10.
Yeah, so if you're running a program that helps you, like I think it's the Worm program that helps with backdooring, would give you a +1.
Yeah. Okay. Worm. Yeah. So increases backdoor checks by +2. Okay.
+2. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's a wrong one. So that's an 8 on the die.
Okay.
+2, 10 plus. Is it? What do I add? Is it my interface? My. Just flat.
It's your interface.
Interface.
Does your
so
interface
that's
also get like tech or something, or is it just face?
I don't know. I've never done this before.
Let's say it uses tech because we did that earlier, and we're gonna keep going from there.
Okay,
and
so
and
it'll
next
be
time people can be like, it doesn't use tech.
15, 17.
17. Nice. 17. So it takes you just a half second longer than you would like it to. The DV on that is 15. You do get past the password. You know there are. That's level 1. There are 5 more levels, total of 6 in this architecture. You can go down to any of them, or you can run like a Pathfinder to see what's on each level. Or
Yeah, because I'm trying to access control, right? So I need to find Pathfinder and then figure out.
Pathfinder
All right,
will let you know what's in this place.
Okay, so I'm going to use a Sia to try and trying to break in here.
Great.
That's a 9, which is 9 plus 16 plus 4, 20.
20. Okay. Yeah, that succeeds on
27 or something stupid because I didn't add my tech.
Well, there you go. I'm guessing tech doesn't add, but we're fine with it.
20.
Yeah.
20 is good.
I'm happy. Either way.
Yeah.
So the next node down controls the card key locks for the interior stairs, the exterior stairs.
I'm checking for any black ice that I'm
right. There's
that I may run into.
Absolutely. There's a file on level 3. There's a wisp, which is Damon Black Ice, on level 4. Then level 5 is the control node for the private elevator. Level 6 is there's a anti-personnel security device on the private elevator that you can disable at level 6.
So I'd have to go to level 6 first in order to get that moving.
Yeah, you need to get to 5 and 6, so you'll need to go through the wisp or avoid it.
I think I'm just gonna push through the wisp is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Sure. Make a interface to slide, and then we'll bop to the meat space because I think that's 3 actions. We'll come back.
Sure. So I'm gonna attack it with the sword, or is that?
You can attack it with sword. Do it.
All right. So it just hits, or do I? Oh no, it's attack plus D10. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 4 plus 11. I'm not quite sure how to hold on. Or attack plus a D4. Where's my attack is 1. I think. So 1 plus 4 is 5. Yeah, I think it's 5. I'm not sure how to do it. Let's see.
Your interface plus the program attack plus your D10.
So you're
Okay, so my interface is 4.
Yep.
So 4 plus 4 is 8. And then plus my attack, which is 1.
Yep, which is
So that's
9.
9.
Okay. And the wisp is. Oh, it's crap. Yeah, you hit. Yeah.
All right, so then I do 3d6 res to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay.
9 damage.
It starts to derez. It's about halfway through.
And then that's my turn.
And then
right?
that's your turn. Yeah. It's going to. Do you know your defensive value for your cyber deck?
My defensive value. I do not.
Okay.
On the platform. Let's see here. That's cyberware, interface plugs. I am unsure.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll get that for you in a second. What are you guys on
Yeah.
the outside doing?
I'll figure it out.
Do we think that it is that the personal elevator is going to be be able to purely be hacked, or do we think that we will also need something off of guards / the desk?
You don't know walking in, but if you want to find out, I'll take some perception checks as you
yeah.
try to scope out the desk and see what is available, what's on the guards, how these things are operating.
Absolutely. That is going to be a 17 perception.
17. Okay. So the security guards don't have anything on them that is specific to the private elevator.
Okay.
They have key cards that can open the stairs, right? And they have key cards that can override the public elevator, but they don't seem to have anything that will specifically interact with the private elevator.
Can I still try and pickpocket one of those key cards off of one of the guards?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just because I'm in my janitor gear, and I'm gonna have brought a broom with me to look the part or whatever, and I just kind of through the hustle and bustle, kind of pushing my way through the crowd.
Yep.
I want to be able to bump into one of the guards and
Yep.
use that to pickpocket him.
Page 201, Hex. That's where the big blue box explains the attack and defense stuff.
Right.
Not as great. A 13
13.
pickpocket.
Let's see. Ooh. You bump into him, and the key card's on his belt right next to his gun, and when you hit it, he instinctively sort of moves his hand towards the gun. Webb, Lynx, you guys watch Bandage as he goes to make this lift, and the guard's head and eyes, you guys are seeing it in slow-mo. He's about to grab Bandage's hand. Is there anything you guys are going to try to do to catch him or distract him?
I think Webb was walking with him, or with Bandage. We were both walking towards the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's. I think Webb is going to like trip against Bandage and kind of make it look like it wasn't a deliberate lift. He was, or that Bandage was kind of shoved into him as Webb tripped.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a persuasion on that. You're trying to convince him, or acting, if you want.
Well, it's persuasion's going to be better for me, which is a 16.
Okay. Ooh. Oh shit! This guard is not buying it. Yeah, you sort of trip into him, and he immediately looks at you and goes, "What? Who the hell are you two? I don't."
Is the lady still freaking out?
Are you calming her down, or are you making her more freaked out?
I'm kind of probably freaking her out more.
Okay. Then she's still freaking out.
I would like to very loudly be like, I need help over here.
Okay. Yeah.
Just really, really trying to sell it.
Give me a. Give me an acting roll.
I'm kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
14?
Okay. Let's see. Okay. That he believes. That he reacts to. He's like, what? What are you doing? And he goes, move out of the way. And he sort of shoves Bandage a little bit. He's like, if you're gonna clean something, clean it. I'm so sorry, ma'am. What are you?
She's not okay. She is not. I mean, I really, I can't calm her down. I need your help so badly.
Oh, of course, absolutely. And he reaches behind him, and he pulls out what looks like a painter's mask, sort of cup. He goes, "It's all right, ma'am. Step back." And he just forces it over her mouth. He goes, "Just breathe." And you watch as her eyes
rubbing her back.
Go licked a frog wide. And she just sort of relaxes into the couch. It's like,
I put my hand on his arm. I'm like, thank you so much. Nothing I was doing was helping.
He flexes. Instinctively, it's like, no, it's okay. I understand. Back in the net, real quick. So it's a D10 plus your interface. That's your defense.
Okay, so I would actually roll when they attack me.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a 7.
7. So he does hit. The wisp does hit. It is a D6 of. So it's 4 points of brain damage. So that goes to your hit points, and you lose 1 net action on this turn.
Okay.
But you are up. What do you attack it again?
All right. Yeah, I'm attacking again with my sword.
Go for it.
Oh dear, that's less good. That's 6 plus.
You hit.
Oh, 7. Okay.
It's got a defense of 2, and I rolled 2. So.
I rolled, and I think I just do like 2d6. 10. This is a non-black ice program, right?
Yes.
A wisp. So that's 12 damage.
It
I rolled 2
dereses.
6s.
Done. Yeah. It dereses. The architecture is flat. You have an action. It doesn't take actions to move. Do you want to go to 6, or do you want to go where the defensive measure is, or do you want to go to elevator control?
I think I'm going to let them deal with the defensive measure, and I'm going to go to elevator control.
Okay.
First.
Yeah. Okay. So you're there. You want to spoof a command, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to... where's it at? Do I have to... Oh, do I don't attack it. Do I just interface with it?
No, you just interface. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and spoof it then.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll the interface. Yeah, it's a control is what it is.
Okay.
So, and it's for you whenever you're in the net, it's essentially interface. That's your whole one skill. That's it. We only need one.
Sure. Just interface. All right, that's doable.
Apparently.
So that's a that's a 9.
A 9. Yeah, to control the elevator, absolutely. That is. So the doors open on the private elevator. The guard has pushed past Bandage and Web. Lynx, what are you doing? Let's start with you right now.
I'm flirting.
Okay, great. It is super effective. Well done. Are you going to stay in the ground floor as they go upstairs? Is that the plan?
I think so.
We flash back, Ocean's 11 style.
Have to, yeah.
All standing around the table over the map. As Bandage and I move up the elevator. Lynx, if you can keep the guards distracted until you and Hex make your move. As soon as we're in the elevator, we'll go dark. I've got a scrambler so I can cut off external communications. We'll move on up. And as Bandage and Webb step into the elevator, click on he just over his internal agent to Hex goes, go on radio dark, and clicks on the scrambler.
I'm gonna help you guys out. They are gonna go with you.
Okay.
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 Just for what's coming, trust me, they're going with you. It's
My other suggestion
Well,
would be to take the public elevators up as well.
And
if you wanted to do that.
yes, you guys work out a system, but what we will deal with right now is Hex and Bandage. You're in the elevator, and
Web and Bandage.
Web and Bandage. Excuse me, I apologize. You guys are lucky I'm not calling you your D&D character names. That's all I'm saying. Okay, like you're lucky I'm not.
I was this close to being Stitch.
Were you?
Because it,
You fuck.
which would have just been the same exact thing as a D&D character. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. This is a very specific trap, and I love it. I have to find it. Okay. Okay. The doors close. Hex, you're on the control node. Those of you in the elevator, there are 2 buttons. 20th floor, 1st floor. That's it. This elevator goes one place. As you guys get in, the doors start to close. A thick gas begins to be pumped into the private elevator. I need Bandage and Web to roll resist torture / drugs check.
Yeah,
I have this.
I'm good at that.
See, I knew you'd be fine.
And it exploded, so I'm at 20 so far.
Okay.
God damn.
28.
Goodness.
Mine also exploded.
Okay.
So I'm at 17.
Okay.
Not nearly as good. 20.
DC 13. Yeah, fantastic. You guys resist the gas long enough. It is just another net action for Hex to disable it. So, you don't immediately pass out, and he's able to do that. Hex and Lynx, the paint's starting to be cleaned up. The actual janitor staff is showing up now, and they're coming down through the public elevator. So if you guys want to kind of shift spaces with them,
Absolutely.
yeah, you it's enough of a commotion. You guys have done perfectly through this. You go to the 19th floor. You guys are in communication. You're seeing those of you with virtual goggles or glasses.
Yeah.
Virtuality or whatever.
Virtuality.
Goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to call it Virtuosity, which is I think a travel website, right?
Travelocity.
Travelocity. Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
This one shot sponsored by.
I wish. Sure.
One
Come on,
day.
Travelocity. One day.
Support your local nerds.
Is there any way for like is there any physical connection from where we currently are in the elevator at the 19th floor to get to the 20th floor from the elevator, or is it like is the building just not designed this way?
The elevator doesn't go there. The staircase, which you had access to, so you guys are just going to take the staircase, the private staircase fire escape, and get in that way. So you guys are back together as you have made your way up there. And excuse me just a moment. I like
I'm digging this music.
Yeah.
elevator ride up with the elevator music.
This is the best
Just kinda
elevator music ever.
absolutely.
Pulls out one gun, checks the clip, cocks it, tucks it back, pulls out another gun, checks the clip, make sure it's chambered, goes through, pulls a knife out from the back of the suit.
It's like
Puts it
Keira
back in.
Knightley in like the third Pirates.
Yeah, he's kind of casually, like, he and Bandage are just like, there's gas like still settling on the floor, and they're just kind of chatting, and he's just checking all of his weapons.
Yeah, Bandage only has two. He has a heavy pistol and a knife that he like checks to make sure that they're all there while you're doing it. He's like, oh yes, we'll do that too, and he will check his weapons as well.
Okay. As you guys open the stair door for your compatriots, you come in. There's this little foyer, and then there is a long hallway that leads to like another reception area. And at the end of the hallway, just as you're looking down it, there is it looks like a woman, but her skin is chromed, and it's chromed and like quasi-reflective, and her eyes are absolutely digital. You're not 100% whether there are dermal implants like that. There are some pop stars that have done things. Arasaka is famous for forcing their employees to gold chrome, but you're not quite sure. And as you start to walk down the hallway, there are these what is it, like 6 not days at Sammy's characters along the walls, and their names are Buster Swine, Electric Bunny, Hyperactive Hyena, Captain Piranha, and Sammy the Shark. And as you walk by these frames, they are 3D modeled, holographic, and they're sort of, hiya, and they're following you and talk, and hello there, like as you guys are starting to walk down the aisle, down the hallway towards this reception area. When
Like
you
Cyberpunk 5 Nights at Freddy's.
What?
yeah, but intellectually different. The character names were legitimately in the book. I just thought that's what that sounds like.
Those were fantastic.
Does the
Love it.
lady at the end of the hallway seem to react whenever the holograms start speaking?
She seems to have noticed that you guys are walking in that direction, but she doesn't have specific reactions to them.
Okay.
As you go walking up. There is, as you guys start to come to the threshold and you cross over, it's like an automatic door. You know how automatic doors sometimes have like that digital ring, right? Ding. But instead of a ring, it's a child's giggle. And since there are 4 of you,
We need to leave.
the Discom logo comes up on the floor.
Bad Omen.
And she sort of tilts her head and looks at you guys. If you want to roll a tech check now that you're closer to kind of piece together what she is.
Would it be basic tech or cyber tech?
Let's go cyber tech.
Okay.
That is a 21.
Okay.
18.
Nice.
9. Don't want to talk about it.
So pretty much everybody except for Lynx recognizes. So she was never meat. So it is a doll body. You can recognize the doll body, but it is not a true AI. It's a virtual intelligence. So it's extensively programmed and it is very smart, but it does have limitations. It doesn't think or reprogram for itself on itself. Which is in most cases good. And she's, hello there. Do you have an appointment?
Can I do anything to these types of two doll bodies as a net runner? There's no nodes inside of her.
Correct.
Inside of this.
Some now some doll bodies are connected to the net or are connected on an architecture. This one isn't, from what you have seen.
Got it.
If you want to, scanner is, I believe, the skill check.
Scanner, yep.
Yeah, so that you can, if you want to find a node on the 20th floor, and see what you can jack into.
Sure.
While he is doing that, what are the rest of you up to?
The web goes, yes, loosely scheduled regarding Third Arts contract.
I'm so sorry. I don't know a Third Arts. Who is this?
Regarding the contract, we have an appointment. And Webb's gonna just try to walk past, just hands in his pocket, and just...
And as you do, her eyes turn red, and you hear behind you what sounds like springs and metal steps padded by worn out felt, as the very healthy characters that you had digitally walked by are now looming red-eyed in the hallway behind you guys. We're going to do initiative very simply. You go, I go. That's it.
Okay.
And you can go in any order you guys want to. So you're up. Go for it.
I got smoke.
Go ahead. I was gonna ask if you wanted to go Hex.
Well, I was currently looking for a node, and I only rolled a 7.
Have not. So you don't see a node on the level. You see the traces. There is a node here. You don't know where it is yet. Let me put it that way.
Sure.
So that can be
That was what I
before.
was doing.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll say that'll say the first action there. You can move, and you have one action. So would you like to move there are some couches and stuff in this waiting room area, and then there is the desk.
So when that fails, I'm gonna run over to one of the couches, pull it out and kind of duck behind it.
Okay.
Kind of to get inside of it to shield myself from whatever is coming.
Sure, absolutely.
There was a door on the other side of the room, right?
There is a door behind the receptionist. Yes.
I think Webb's gonna run for that door.
Okay.
It's probably locked, but he's gonna check the door.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the door. It is another sliding door. This one is solid, opaque. As you get to it, you can you tell that it is locked. It's magnetically sealed. So security tech in meat space can help you bypass it. Electronic security tech, or there's probably a digital override. Bandage, Lynx.
Go ahead.
I'm going to grab one of my smoke grenades,
Okay.
pop it, and throw it, like, kind of at them. Like, not so far that it's past them.
Sure.
but
So the people behind you.
yes.
Yes, great.
Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy nightmare that's about
Yes,
to kill us.
yes, the 6 not days at Sammy's, please.
Not Jason Sammy's.
So yeah, it does. You drop it in the perfect spot. The smoke fills the hallway. For a moment, you're worried it doesn't work because you can still see the red glowing eyes, but the thickness of the smoke does eventually obscure their vision from you. So, and would you like to move somewhere?
I'm gonna also. Well, I'm gonna. Can I jump over the desk?
Yeah, you'll be right next to the freaky doll lady, but you can absolutely.
That's okay. I'm gonna go behind the freaky doll lady.
Okay. Yeah. Huh.
I wanted to. So Hex is behind a couch, Lynx is behind the desk with the doll lady, and Webb is over by the door. I want to see if there are any buttons or badges, because apparently Bandage just likes badges.
He's a badge guy.
I want to go see if there is anything behind the desk that I can use to get us further into the building. If there is a button that needs to be pushed by the doll or anything just like mechanical.
Sure.
Because he's not a net runner, so he's not going to be hacking into anything. I want to see if there's anything that I can use to get that door open.
Absolutely. Quick look. No.
Cool. Then I will just pull out a weapon and get ready to fight back, I think. Is it. Just kind of try to cover Webb while he does whatever he's doing.
Absolutely. Great idea. Yeah, the bullets start flying through the smoke. The loud cacophony of just this chain of firearms begin ringing out. They are large air drones using pistols. You guys are within 7 to 12 meters. I'm giving them a -4 from being obscured. So they have... Basically, they have to roll a 10 at this point, I think. That is not it. And... There we go. I can do this faster. 1... Okay. Webb. One of the bullets, just almost through pure luck as it's firing through the smoke, catches you. It deals... Is it... heavy pistol, I think, is 3d6 damage?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, yeah, heavy pistols 3. Yeah.
Okay, so that is 11 points of damage as it ricochets off of the wall, definitely grazes you. You feel the impact in your over your right shoulder. The doll lady is going to turn, and her arms do the mantis blade, sort of, and she's gonna take 2 swings, one at Bandage and one at Lynx. Bandage, that is a let's see, 8 plus 7 is a 15. I believe defense is your evasion skill plus a d10.
Okay, got it. Fuck me, I'm good at evasion too. That's a 14.
So he is going to hit. Lynx, same thing.
It's evasion?
Yes.
Okay.
21?
21. Yeah, and
Whoa.
the 10
I have really good evasion.
yeah, their 10 exploded and rolled a 1 plus 7, so they had 18. I was like, definitely getting hit. 21? Nope, fuck off.
Me, baby.
So yeah, so defender's dex plus evasion skill, which I think is on there, plus a d10, is how you dodge things. So Mantis Blade, big d6, I believe, or is it 2d6? Medium melee weapon, 2d6. 8 points of damage, bandage.
And what does armor SP do?
Great. Thank you for asking. Armor reduces damage if you
Okay.
have armor.
Yes.
So it has a SP. What's the number?
I have 7 for my head and 11 for my body.
Great. When you take damage and it goes over your SP value, you take the remainder in hit points, and your armor ablates. So the 11 becomes 10. So your armor slowly wears down.
And is that the total damage that I have received or damage in one go?
One go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
would I have reduced my damage by, because I
Yes.
have 11 armor for head and body.
Yep.
Does it ablate because it just met?
Yes. If it meets it,
Okay.
it ablates. If at any point the armor SP is like hit, done, gone.
0 or down.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
zeroed out, it ablates. Okay.
And then what is the difference between head and body? Is there specific shots that you
Yes.
can do that are against? Okay, got it.
So there's a whole injury chart.
That I did know.
Most of the time, you're being attacked in the body. Okay? And so that's the assumed one. That's what all the defensive value is. If you call a shot for the head, it is at a -8, -4, or -8.
-8.
-8.
Ooh.
But if you hit, like it's like an auto crit. Like and the damages the injuries to the head are way worse.
Yes. Yes, they are.
The injuries to the head are much closer to like instant death.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
Okay, got it.
I'm glad we had the armor lesson. I had forgotten about that. Great. How's everybody feeling?
Doing good. Let's go.
Good. I think we're back to you guys.
All right, I'm gonna search for that node again.
Okay.
If I can get control of these drones.
Yeah. Scanner action.
All right, I think I have figured out how to do this now.
Okay.
5 plus 7. So that's hold on. 11, 16 to find the node.
So yes, you do find the node. You can. I think that's your meat space action for this, but you can next time jack in.
Sure.
Sounds good. Other people, what are you up to?
You could
I
try
would
to
like-
open the door. Oh, sorry.
No, go. Open the door.
This is security tech.
Yeah, security tech.
I'm untrained, so I'm not going to be able to open the door, but
Might
it
be lucky.
exploded.
Oh,
16.
Exploding.
16.
Right?
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 on my second roll, though. So.
Thank you.
evens out.
Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Boogeyman. You start to work on it. You're getting like part of the magnetic strip filings in and out. It does not open though, but you are a step closer.
Okay.
Okay.
I will call back to Webb. Do you want help on that door or?
Yeah, I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Okay. And I will come over and also try an electronic security tech. I'm also untrained, but better at tech than you are.
Dang.
I'm
Listen,
so
man.
good at it too.
I'm real good at paramedic and first aid for when we eventually get ganked.
Can
by
I-
these
I can't do
To the
everything.
door? Because I can do that. I can talk to the door.
Hello, door.
Lead that door.
Yeah, I'll just do the electronic security
Sure
tech,
you
and
wanna open
hopefully
for
we
me?
can.
I seduce the door.
Stroke it.
Right.
Where's your key?
Oh, God damn it. Also a 16. I rolled an 8.
No, not
Okay.
not doing it. I'm sorry.
I think this door is impossible.
All right, so our six-nighted Sammy's characters are making their way through the smoke now. They're going to be able to take the shot without the negative on their attacks. Heavy pistols, so the rate of fire is 2. They each get 2 shots.
Lynx?
So you're all
Lynx
taking
go?
2 shots. What? Oh, Lynx.
no, I didn't.
Did Lynx?
Well, please, Lynx, go.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun.
She was looking for the keyhole.
I was looking for the key.
I took that as the action. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my tomahawk, and I'm gonna swing it at the doll lady's neck.
Do it. Yeah.
What am I rolling on that one? Is that just
D10 plus your melee weapon.
okay, I found it. Okay. 16?
Yeah, hits.
Oh, thank God.
Roll your damage.
That's gonna be 4.
Okay. That is a...
Maybe it'll break her a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you catch her, and she sort of wobbles back, and she twists her head about. Her eyes flare at you. So she's gonna Mantis Blade you, Lynx. Roll your defense, evasion. She misses both of them. Absolutely. Yeah, you come dodging around. The blades stab into the desk. You realize that everything on the desk is just a hologram, 3D modeled, because she doesn't need to actually type anything.
Like a coffee cup.
Yeah. It's yeah, the coffee spills. It's cold. It's been there since the beginning, but it's a prop. So that is it for her. You notice that there are 3 characters that are coming down the hall. So not all of them can animate and come down the hall. So 2 shots at the rest of you. Cover only exists if it can stop a bullet, and you have to be completely behind it. There is no half cover. There is no 3/4 cover. I don't know why. Mike is a jerk.
Damn you, Mike.
Damn you, Mike. Shooting against people just is based on the range, unless your dex is 8, then you get to try to evade. Then you can dodge bullets, but otherwise it's just based on the range. So 1 hit for bandage, 1 hit on Hex, and 11 and miss on Web. So I'm just gonna roll damage once for you guys. That is 9 points of damage.
So that just hits my armor then, right? 'Cause my armor's 11.
If your armor is 11, your armor absorbs it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm gonna double check. Armor might ablate every time it's hit, but for now, keep going. You guys are up.
Oh.
Okay. Should I? I'm jacking in. Let's see if we can get these. I'm gonna try and do a Pathfinder to map out the architecture.
Okay.
And find these frickin' drones.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You need to password first.
Oh, I need a password first.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so I need
very
a password
the very first level is
Sorry.
it to
So
even
that
get
is
in.
a worm, right? No, not a worm.
Yeah.
A backdoor checks? Is that what
Yep.
that is? Backdoor? Yeah, backdoor. Yeah, okay. So +2, so that's 11, 14, 16
Yes.
for password.
You pass.
All right. And then
And-
do I have 3 actions inside of the net?
Yep.
Okay.
So that was
Then we're gonna
one.
do Pathfinder.
So jacking
Jeez.
in is one. The password is the second, and Pathfinder is the third.
Cool. Okay, so we have 14 on the Pathfinder to map it out.
Absolutely. So on this, in this architecture, there is password. There is a skunk killer daemon, a hellhound daemon, a control node that controls the elevator from here, and then on the 5th level is another password, and from there you can see it splits into 2 separate architectures.
Okay. All right, that's all I can do.
Okay. Meet space.
I think so. Webb is going to step back from the door and get out of Bandage's way.
Okay.
And he's going to step away from the door and to the side, so he becomes that bullet blocking cover between Bandage and the terrifying puppet people.
Okay.
And he's going to pull out a heavy pistol and take 2 shots at. We're going to say whatever puppet is in the front, not the lady that Hex is currently trying to hack.
Yeah.
So let's see. This is.
So
There we go.
what weapon are you using?
It's just a heavy pistol.
So 13.
So same thing they are.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a +13, so it was a 14.
So as long as you don't roll a 1.
Oh yeah, I actually did roll a 1. That's so -2, so 11.
So okay.
I forgot that critical fails are explode in reverse.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
implode.
So, but you have a second shot. Rate of fire is 2.
Yep, second shot, which that one explodes the correct direction
Aha.
for 29.
29 absolutely does hit. Yeah, they can't miss that.
3, 6, 9, 4. And I rolled awful 5.
You, as you squeeze off a couple of shots, you watch as your bullets pass right through the terrifying puppet characters, and you hear it hit the wall behind them.
Like, is there a physical, like, passing through fabric and just not hitting core machinations?
No, it like the light wavers around the hologram.
He just goes, fucking hate drones.
There you go.
The door. This door's gotta go. So I'll try another electronic security tech.
So, I double checked. Armor ablates whenever you take damage.
Right.
Oh,
So, if you've been hit at all, even if you don't take hit point damage, it ablates.
Your armor waves.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
So, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bandage and Web have been hit twice, and Hex has been hit once, and Lynx has been hit once.
I've been
Webb's
hit.
only been hit once.
Great.
Hit me. I thought I evaded everything.
Oh, you did. That's right.
Yeah. And I have ablated my armor.
Great. There you go. Cool.
Then yeah, the door.
The door.
Let's get this bitch open.
Okay.
Come on. Okay. A 17?
18 is what you're looking for.
God fucking damn it.
Oh no!
Listen, if I get it to explode,
No!
I have a +8.
Oh,
You're not a true party until a door has just
That's-
stopped you in your tracks.
God.
so true. So
And
true.
I will just turn to Webb. Do not worry, I will patch up any injuries you get from protecting me.
I'm glad the Russian guy just went super friend. Any injuries you get?
You protected me. Yeah.
20 European accents are more
Exactly.
common.
Very
More
fluid.
fancy
Very
fluid.
fluid. Yeah. Exact. I agree.
Oh no!
Lynx.
I'm going to try and hit her again,
Yeah, go for it.
because why not? Oh, come on, baby. It's caught. Landed on my pen.
Wow.
It's worse. 18.
Absolutely hits. And your tomahawk has a rate of fire of 2, so you can attack twice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that wrote down. Can I attack again and then do the damage?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Nice. Hits.
Oh wow. 4 total.
Okay. Yep. You're chipping away at her. Yeah, she's almost wounded, almost bloody, almost half. She didn't have a lot of hit points. Anything else? My turn? My turn.
Your turn.
Get shot.
So this is weirdly gonna try to be weirdly calm. Can I try to like watch where the bullets he's being shot with are coming from?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Sure. Yep. So we'll just go in order. Bandage. 1 shot. 5 plus 7 is 13. That is the range we are in. Hex. 8 plus 7 for 15. That one does hit. The 3 is going to miss. Lynx. An exploding 10. Plus 9 plus 5 for 24, but you roll evasion against that. So you gotta get over a 24. And Webb, a 2 and a 3 is not gonna meet that. So it looks like the guns are in their hands, but now that you're watching, as the muzzle flare goes off, you can see the long sort of spindly arms that are attached to the drone structure that is the head.
I only got a 19.
All right.
So, gonna get hit. Lynx, that is 1 that ablates your armor. And for everybody that got shot with a bullet, it's 9.
Okay.
Okay. Go for it. You're up.
All right, do you just want me to keep hacking away at these?
That's up to you.
Okay, so you mentioned this before. Do I have to go level by level?
If you skip levels and there's black ice, it follows you. It chases you.
Okay. So you said there was, but these are just normal ice, right? I haven't found any black ice.
The Hellhound is black ice.
Okay, Hellhound. So I have to take out the Hellhound.
Yes, or you face the Hellhound, like you go to its level, and you can slide,
Slide.
and then I think there's slide is how you avoid it.
Okay.
Slide is how you get away from ice that is attacking you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to the fifth floor if
Okay.
I can,
Yeah,
and draw ice down there. Draw
Okay.
black ice down there.
sounds good.
And is there anything on this floor that I have to fight to get to those nodes? Or do
You
I
have
break
to
through?
you have to password.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and worm here.
Okay.
Use my thing. Here we go. Blast. I'm rolling so terribly. That's 4. That's 8.
8 is exactly what you need.
Hey.
So,
Great.
would you like the left architecture or the right architecture?
I'm gonna go right.
Okay. So, okay.
And then I can control now, right?
Yeah. Pick a floor. There are 5 of them.
Let's see here. Well, no, so... because I just broke through that initial password. Now I'm going to floor 5.
Yeah. So floor
Or is
5
there-
is the one architecture. So there's 5, and then there's like another building. So you went to the second building.
I went to the second building.
Yeah, and that
Okay.
has 5
So-
floors of its
It
own.
also has 5?
Yeah.
Ah, Pathfinder again, I guess.
Okay.
Figure out what the heck is going on. I'm just stuck in a loop now.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not the right guy.
That's how we lose Hex. We
Infinite.
lose him in the
I'm
architecture.
I go deeper and deeper. This is turning into Inception. That is... Oh, goodness sake. So I'm going to see... that's a 10. That's a 12.
A 12. Okay. So with a 12, you scan down 3 floors. So this architecture is protected by a hellhound at the top, and that's actually where you're at now. So from there is a control node for the receptionist, a password, and then a control node for the drones, it looks like.
Okay, so I have to... Is this my third? This will be my third action.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to fight this hellhound, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to try and take it out here. So I just roll that d10. Oh, that's really good. That's a 9. And then that's... Sword is +1, so that's 10... 14?
Let's see.
Or am I calculating that wrong?
No, you're doing
That
it
was
right.
correct.
Okay.
Yep. The net running numbers are smaller. They just
Okay.
Yeah, because they're just like interface and D10. That's kind
Yeah,
of
because
it.
they're based off of rank, not
Yeah,
off of
gotcha.
like, skills.
Yeah, you hit.
Cool. So because it's black ice, I actually roll 3d6 instead of 2d6.
Nice.
And that is 15 damage. 15 res.
All right. Nice.
So I sword through.
It is still up. It's still active,
Ooh. Okay.
but it is wounded. I
All right.
mean, they don't get wounded, but essentially it's wounded.
Sure. Okay, that's everything I can do.
Sounds good.
Sorry, my turns take forever. I'm trying to save you.
No, you're good.
That's how
trying
net
to
running
save you.
and hacking in any system where it exists work.
Yeah.
And we are all here for
I'm-
it.
yeah, I'm here
serious,
for it.
serious main character syndrome energy.
No,
It-
you're good.
We're cool
You're
with
good.
it.
I'm-
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
I just feel like I'm just sitting here like, I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is unfortunately always net running, always
Right.
hacking. That's just
It's
it.
cool though.
It is.
It is.
And
it
it's
is,
really
it is a
fun.
weird mini game within the game that
Yeah.
only you can play, and so it can feel like it's very like I am the main character and
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
stealing everything, even if I don't want to. So
Right. Usually that's Matthew plays that. So
yeah, usually it's me.
Yeah.
So
Back in Meat Dumb.
there, yeah. So I had 2 potential runs. One is very meat space. One is this. And when you guys were going like, oh, what are your characters? I was like, no net runner. I'll just take that one off the board. Oh no, we do. Okay, well bring that one back.
I thought it was like a threat. Oh, you don't have
You
a
don't
net
have a
runner?
net.
I was like,
You
oh,
you don't have a net runner.
I did too.
you don't?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very much is specific with what runs you do then. So,
I think it's dope.
I'm about it. Okay. Meat space.
Meat space.
Ooh ha ha.
Bandage, get in the door.
No, fuck this door. Turn around and pull out a gun. I guess shoot. Would Webb have said anything about where these bullets seem to have been coming from?
You did hear him say, "I fucking hate drones."
And you can see that
Okay.
the drone is in the head. Yeah, that
Okay,
information.
Then I would like to do a headshot to try and
Okay.
shoot the actual drone. not just
Sounds-
the body.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Okay, I have a heavy pistol, so I rate of fire of 2. So first one is a 16.
16 is gonna hit. Yeah.
Okay, and then the second one is not as good. 13.
13 does hit. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Whoa.
So
At this range, 13 is what you need.
4, 8, 9 damage on the first one. And then 10 damage on the second one.
10 damage. 9 and 10, 19.
Unfortunately, none of those were crits because I didn't roll double sixes.
You didn't
but-
double 6.
No, but I was hoping.
Nice. Yeah, so first drone, 16 points of damage. It is, you hit it and the actual hologram dissipates. You see part of the gyro is off on it, so it's kind of kiltered. If it had meat, it would be wounded.
Got it.
So,
Andrew doesn't know this. Webb would. Do things get easier to shoot when you are at like point blank, or is there like a sweet spot?
it's based on the weapon. For the pistol, you are in the sweet spot. 13 is the lowest it can be.
Okay. And then
Yep.
are we at a -8 shooting at these guys because we have to do the headshots?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess I will take one shot at least at the one that Bandage just hurt,
Okay.
which is a 22 to hit
22 does hit.
Goodness.
Cool.
for 5 points.
Okay.
If it's still standing, I will take another shot
It is.
for a 21
Hits.
God damn.
We'll kill him.
for 7.
Barely up.
So close.
Those are my 2 shots.
Okay.
It's a.
It
Well, this
is.
goes, we'll probably take out one drone by the time the Hex takes down the rest.
That is how it normally goes, no?
It's just.
bang, 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 bang.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep fighting this lady,
Yeah. Lady it up.
and I'm gonna keep hitting her, chunking her away with my tomahawk.
Okay. Let's chunk.
I'm just gonna do it every time. Lucky.
$18.
Is it the Kansas City Chiefs that have the tomahawk?
Atlanta
Stadium.
Braves and the Seminoles. Florida Seminoles, Atlanta Braves.
It's not unique to the Chiefs.
I mean, I'm sure they do. If they don't, they're missing an opportunity there.
I
Does
had
hit.
18 and a 15.
Both hit.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Get him.
Woo! 8.
8. 8 for each or 8 total?
8 total.
8 total. Oh, she's barely holding on.
We get so close.
So close.
That's it for me.
That is it for you guys in the meat space. Yes?
In the meat space.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's get shooting. I wish the drone stats were easier to find. But they don't exist. So we're just going to keep going.
All right.
All right, here we go. Bandage. Double shot. One hit. Ooh, 2 hits on Hex. Ah. 2 hits on Web. And Lynx, let's get your evasion.
$16.
Both of those miss. All right. My shot, boys.
So sorry, friends.
10 points of damage if you were shot once.
Okay.
And
That actually hurt my body.
so the first damage is 10, the second damage is 11.
So do those combine to be 21 against
Separate.
my armor?
So it's separate. Armor.
So it's down. So I'm down to 7
Yep.
SP. Okay.
Armor.
I got hit twice, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Hex and Web are getting
Bad,
lit
but
up.
not
Focus
taking
here.
any damage.
Okay. You guys. You guys are up.
Does the hound need to attack me?
Yes, it does. The hound does need to attack you. So roll your interface for defense.
Ooh. That's so my roll plus my interface is 12.
Yep. It rolled a 10, so it misses.
Okay. Oof. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attack him right back. I'm gonna
All right.
sword him.
Do it.
Sword. That is a 5, 6, 10 to hit.
11. It rolled a 5
Okay.
plus 6.
I'll have to I attack him again with my sword, right? As
Yeah.
my second action.
Yep.
Oh, that's better. That hits. That's a 15.
Second evasion is a 14, so that does hit.
Woo. Yes. All right. 3d8, and that's a 13 damage. 13
Ow.
res. Sorry.
D-res.
13
D-resed.
13 D. Yeah. Oh, good. He's gone. All
He's
right.
gone.
Now is my action movement
No.
in the net? Okay. So now I'm gonna access that control node
Okay.
for the drone.
Okay. I think there's a... You can access... Oh, the doll lady?
Well, did you say that there was a doll and then the drone?
Yeah, there's a
front of me?
password. There's a password before the drones.
Okay. So but the doll lady is not behind a password.
Correct.
Okay. Guess I'll just grab the doll later then.
Okay. Yeah, make a control check.
That is
Interface.
control. Yeah, I think it's just 7. 3 plus 7. 3 plus 4 is 7.
7 does not. Doesn't do it.
And that's my turn.
Yep. She's got a complex infrastructure, so does not. All right. Back to the meat space.
Shooting drones.
Do it.
18 for the first one,
Okay.
which is the one we've been lighting up.
Yeah.
4 points of damage.
Out. Gone.
And then just shifting to target 2.
The old Metal Gear Solid 2 drone, it sort of... Absolutely.
Yes.
Which is 22.
22. Yes.
And we mentioned something about double sixes being a crit. What happens? Did they explode?
No, it just takes a injury.
Yes. So now you roll 2d6 to figure out the critical injury. I don't know if that's the same thing on drone.
Go ahead and roll it for fun so that we can see.
It's a table. So
Yeah.
7. At the end of every turn where the drone moves further than 4 yards on foot, you re-suffer this critical injury's bonus damage directly to your hit points.
So
It also takes 5 bonus damage.
there you go.
All right. 17 points of
amazing.
damage.
17 points of damage. That drone's almost out just on that.
Which
Hell
I think
yeah.
that was okay. That was 6 shots with that pistol. So he holsters that one, and then on his next turn is going to pull out a fresh clip because that one's only got 2 bullets left.
Okay, sounds good. Bandage.
Let's take that same drone out.
Okay.
That Webb started. So the first shot is a. God, what's it again? There it is. 11, 14? 14.
14 hits.
Okay, and then that is going to be 3d6. And 12 damage.
12 damage. Absolutely, yeah. For the one that he just shot, yeah,
Uh-huh.
gone. It.
Fuck yeah. Okay, perfect. And then I guess let's move to the last drone that is up.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 1.
Ooh.
So it does what? -2
Yeah.
on my to hit. So, ooh, 7.
No.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right,
That's it.
Lynxie, you're up.
Same old, same old.
Okay.
Of course, she's not down. $21.
Absolutely hits.
Let's roll the damage on that one. 2.
And that tomahawk buries into her neck. You guys see the spray of white synth blood. This is a very well designed and complicated doll, and she slumps over the desk, sort of bleeding the milk white out as the holograms sort of dance over her. I believe you have another tomahawk attack. Tomahawk
I do.
attack.
Am I able to... Like, how close are these drones?
You can hop the desk and get to them. Absolutely.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
will run up and... Ah!
Just like that.
Ah.
Yeah,
Ooh, it
this is the voice and
exploded.
everything.
So when it explodes,
Yep.
I roll again,
Yep.
and then I add that 10 to the other thing.
Yep.
Then this one. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. 24.
It exploded as well and came up with a 22. You hit.
Oh. Okay. Gracious. 4.
Okay. 4 points of damage on, I believe, our last drone. And that's the first time it's been hit.
Alright.
Yeah, so the axe comes cleaving into it. It sort of spins out. Its arm wheels about, and it's going to fire 2 shots right at Lynx, who is dead in front of him. So 7 plus 7 is 13. 10 plus 7 explodes, plus 2, 19. Both of those are going to hit. Because you can't dodge bullets. You're not fast enough yet.
Nope. I'm 1 away.
Die.
I'm very close.
You're very close. The first one is 11 points of damage. Armor ablates. And
So I take 1 because it was at 10.
yes.
Correct.
And that's an injury. Yay,
Oh, no.
injury. Matthew, you have the injury table up?
I do.
All right.
Don't worry, I can
Oh,
fix
unfortunate.
it. Don't worry, I can fix you.
I can fix you. You're gonna dab me with like an antibiotic.
Yeah.
Come here.
Air hypo.
9.
a 9. You have a torn muscle. So also, base. All critical injuries cause a horrible injury effect and deal 5 bonus damage. So it is 5 damage on top of whatever the base damage that he rolled.
Okay.
And then you have a torn muscle. Your injury effect is that you have a -2 to melee attack.
Boo.
It can be fixed with a first aid or paramedic DV13. My base numbers are above that, so I got you.
Okay.
I'm glad.
But for now, -2 to melee attack.
Yeah, you get
That's
shot in like the
unfortunate.
tricep, just blows out. Yeah. And you take 19 points of damage.
Holy cow.
That's a lot. Oh, I'm seriously wounded.
Ooh.
That brought
Wait,
me down
was-
to 20.
Do you subtract your armor too, right?
Oh shit, you're right. Okay, no. So I would be
So
at,
it'd be 19 minus your armor, and you take the remainder.
Yep.
so I'd be at 29. Okay. I'm almost seriously wounded.
Okay. That was my one drone. Then my doll lady's dead. My other 2 drones are dead, and the other hellhound from the first architecture has to chase down the netrunner to get there. So it's gonna reach you on this turn, but because it has to hunt you down. So that is it for me. Back to you guys.
These hellhounds. I am going to focus on trying to help my friends get rid of this drone. So, I have a password here that I have to crack?
Yes. Yep. Need to backdoor the password.
All right, so that's 7 plus 4, 11.
11 is enough. Yes.
Dope. Then I can control it, right?
Yeah. You'll need to make a control check.
Control check.
Yep.
That's an 8.
8 is exactly what you needed.
Okay, so from this point, can I like shut down the drone? Do
Yeah.
I gain control over the
You
drone?
can-
How does that work?
Both. You can issue. So you are in control of it. You can issue commands, like basically take its turn for it if you
Okay.
use the control action. Now, what you can do in the future is plant like a virus, a program that will run that for you. You pre-program it, and you implant the virus on a control node, or on the
Okay.
the base of the structure is how you do that.
So that was 2 actions. I have 1 more, and I have a hellhound right next to me, right?
Yep.
All right. I am going to. I could plant a virus on it, right?
On the hellhound,
Not on the hellhound. On the drone,
on the drone.
because I'm right there.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
And that's a 8.
8 is what you need.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So that's it.
That's
all
it.
I can do.
Okay. Back to the meat. Meat.
I'm going to, if Bandage is going to go for the door again, try to assist to give him a bonus. If he's not, then
Sure. I am tired of shooting.
All right,
Let's
give-
go to fix this door.
Gonna give you the +2. Hex, do you tell your teammates that you have control of the drone?
I think based on like the virus, they would know that like I'm now controlling. You know, its little eye goes from red to green.
There you go.
And then it like that's kind of the signal.
Awesome.
And then I'm actually gonna move the drone toward their door.
Okay.
On its turn.
Sounds good.
Okay. So it's a +2
really intense door opening music.
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. The door
Fucking
needs it.
needs it.
be fair.
Yeah.
Our greatest enemy.
I don't know if anybody's got it. I've actually also been slipping in Arcane Anthem songs like into the playlist. I'll just occasionally add one.
Oh, I heard it. I was like, wait a minute, that's my song.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I have an 8.
Yep.
So that gets me to 16 plus your plus 2.
Yep.
Gets me to an 18, and theoretically,
The door-
this door is open.
The door does open. Yes, absolutely. The door does open.
We did it,
The,
everyone.
the last note.
We can go home. We can leave.
The door has been defeated.
As you open the door, it is a very dark, very small room. More the size of a deep pantry or a walk-in closet than a office space. The walls are lined with vats, and there is they sort of glow a milk white and blue, and there are tubes that run along them. They run to a central figure who is only has anything from the ribs, basically intestines, up. Full mask on, a shaved head, and neural implant into the back of his skull. There are 2 more drones. They don't look armed. They look like they are like personal upkeep drones, but they do seem to be like shocking and prodding his muscles. And his arms have other sort of implants, sort of like a over the heart, a node that has sort of the white plug-in. It might be dialysis style. You're not really sure. And as the door opens, you hear through sort of this digitized voice. All right, whatever you want. Just don't kill me.
Webb's gonna walk in, and he's tucked his gun to the side. Walks in, and I imagine there's no chairs, so he just looks for something to like pull himself up onto and sit on top of.
Sure. Yeah. There's like an edge
yes.
to the tanks on the side. They have like a little rim to them. Yeah.
He kind of hops up and sits and goes, "If I'm guessing right, not supposed to kill you. Name Third Art. Third Arts mean anything to you?"
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. Be unprofessional of me to ask, are you Third Art?
I
The
mean,
drones are kind of
yeah, it's a I needed a name just to, sort of get some business done, and I didn't think it would escalate to this.
well. You're gonna leave Chururi alone. You've sent drones to some of her events. She's got one coming up. We don't want to zero you. And I pull out the new gun. I'm just gonna rest it against my leg. Yeah. But we will. Can I take you at your word? That we won't have this problem again?
He seems scared up until you mention zeroing him. And then you watch as his eyes, which aren't, one of them is meat. A little, perhaps cataract, a little milked over, but it sort of narrows. And I would like to do a face down.
Okay.
Which, because I just think it's fun to do. And if let me find face down. he looks at you, and as he is, he's sort of thinking it over. He says, "Listen, I have tremendous respect for what you all have done here. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just wanted Chiruri to come and work for us. Have something profitable. So, why don't I make you a better offer? Encourage her to come here to Discom, and I'll pay each of you her signing bonus."
That's a pretty good offer. And I can't deign to speak for anybody that I'm with.
Roll your D10 plus cool. And if you have a reputation, I don't think you do at this
I
point.
do not have a reputation.
There you go.
I don't know if it affects this, but my what do I value most
Yeah.
is my word.
Okay.
And so I don't know if that impacts this.
Okay. Sure. I'll give you a +2 on it. Yeah. Why not?
Okay. And it's plus cool.
Yep.
9, 18, 20.
You absolutely win. Go for it.
It's a tempting offer, but kind of shit corpos like you pull is what keeps so many of us pressed down at the bottom. Churi doesn't want to fucking work for you. So how about you take her signing bonus, shove it up your ass, and, maybe I won't have our net runner just up the voltage on your little muscle stimulating drones here. Every time that little jolts keep you from atrophying, see if it leaves second-degree burns. How's that sound?
He's clearly mad and bristling, and you think for a moment that he considers going runner to runner, but he then relaxes. The drones sort of back off. And he watches muscles sort of slump a little bit. All right, fine. If that's what it takes, then absolutely. Leave her alone.
Looks and kind of re-slumps and puts his hands in his pocket. You guys done here? Cool. Over his shoulder. Hopefully we don't have to be back. And just kind of walks past, hands in his pocket, kind of slouched. Back through the office.
As you guys are starting to make your exit, you can hear the sounds of sirens. I mean, you guys have been up here shooting for a bit. How would you like to make your exit?
I have one smoke grenade left.
Okay.
A couple flashbangs, some tear gas.
Was there an actual fire escape? I think you had mentioned that whenever we were talking about setup.
Yes. So there are 2 staircases. One that does come to this floor, and it has an exit into the lobby and an exit to the north side, into the alley.
The fire escape looks good to me. I don't know about you.
Perfect.
I'm still in the net.
So you can see and hear while this is happening. You're to be completely submerged. You would have to be like in an ice bath. This is more like quick hacking. So you can actually like visually see everything that's happening. Yeah.
So can I leave the net at any point, or do I have to retrace my steps?
So you have to take the jack out action, because if you don't do it safely, all the ice you've avoided so far hits you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's all like a bunch of brain damage that will, like, if people don't jack out properly, or if you can force another netrunner to jack out improperly, then they get hit with all the ice in that architecture, basically.
Cool. I'm going to have the drone fly into this chamber where this person is. And I'm going to basically say, like, you just want to tell him that we're going to walk out of here. And nobody's going to bother us. Or else this little droney here is going to blow all your tubes off. And trust me, you need your tubes. We all do, you know?
You can see, because you are hooked into the architecture, they do. He does send the message to the receptionist, to the front desk, through the agent of get rid of the cops, is essentially what he says. The cops are still around and asking questions, so they're not going to disappear exactly, but he is complying and doing his best to help. So you're going to I'm guessing leave a virus for the drone on that command.
Well, yeah. Basically, like, okay, like you're mine until we leave, and then we shut it down and we're out of here.
Okay. You guys start to take the stairs. You make your way down 20 flights of stairs, which is ridiculous. Yeah,
Stairs.
absolutely. Yeah. You get to the door. You've had access to this architecture before. You can open the security door. Alarm doesn't go off. There are some cops that are checking out the alley. You guys want to just book it and, like, athletics run out to the river, or what?
I mean, we're still just in our, like, janitor garb.
Yes.
You know, can we just try and sneak past them?
Sure. Absolutely.
Just, like, play it off.
Yeah.
Is our janitor garb riddled with bullet holes, though?
Some of them, yes. Some of you.
I feel like I'm bleeding a lot.
Lynx is bleeding. Yeah.
I was about to say, on the 20 flights of stairs, because this will take us a minute,
Yeah.
I do want to do a quick fix.
Sure.
To fix the torn muscle, at least.
Yeah.
I got hit one time, and it was a wombo combo.
So,
Yeah,
and then I can also administer something to you to fix some of the pain that you're in. But first, it's a first aid or paramedics. I'll do a paramedics. That is a 9, 17, 26.
Yeah.
So you no longer have your -2 to your melee attacks. And then he's also going to pull out his air hypo, and he will administer. Hold on, I find it. Yeah, he'll give you some speed heal. So when injected with a dose of speed heal, a target who is not in the mortally wounded wound state immediately heals an amount of HP equal to their body plus will. So you immediately heal up at least a little bit.
Well,
Fantastic. Who wants to talk?
I just think it would be, like, badass for us to, like, walk out the front door after just laying waste to this place.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, like that like, I'm trying to help our reputation here.
Uh-huh.
But,
That would
like,
be really
those
fucking
people
cool.
intimidated corpse and then just walked out.
like
You know,
nothing
like-
happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like they just left an appointment.
Okay. Then all of you make me a. I think acting or persuasion.
Okay.
That
How-
exploded.
How cool can you leave this building And
That exploded again.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Well, one of us is acting cool.
36.
Stop.
Goodness.
Andrew,
Oh,
stop.
fuck yeah.
36.
My character's cool.
He's a cool guy.
Does that earn us the, as we're going out the front, like the slow motion pulling off the fake mustache and like taking off the jumpsuit?
as long as everybody else doesn't roll ones, yeah, sure, absolutely.
19.
There you go. That 19 gets the mustache off.
I like
13.
flip my
I got-
jacket over my shoulder.
I got a 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
8. My cool is 8.
Oh, I am the least cool person on this team. I got a 13.
It's-
So I'm just kind of like I'm struggling. The zipper gets caught on my,
Caught in your shirt. And you're like,
yeah.
I think you had like you put on doctor's gloves to to stitch her up.
yeah.
So everybody else is like doing these cool things and you're like doctor's gloves. that's what you're taking off. It's far more dainty, and like you still have the jumpsuit on, but
That's
but
absolutely it.
yeah, absolutely. In the slow-mo walk away from Discom, you guys
Scarf
absolutely
blowing in the wind.
yeah, 100%. You guys absolutely look fantastic. There definitely is still a commotion. The cops are here. You slip out through the crowd as people are, figuring out everything that happened, and the next day, did you guys want to attend the installation? And so you go.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. You guys go. It's a fun time. It's definitely got like a big party atmosphere. It's got a sort of big reveal. Definitely street level. You can obviously tell the Senru reps that have shown up in like a Lincoln Delamain, like stretched out car, running like perfectly pressed corpo suits. They're both rocking enhanced cyber eyes, definitely scrutinizing the stuff. You see Leo there. Chiruru does have a meeting off to the side, and they talk for about a minute and 20 seconds, and then they walk away, and Leo, sort of motions for her to come over, and she does. And she had already seen you guys, thanked you, was, extremely grateful. But she informs you that Sanru has passed on hiring her. She has a small amount of eddies that they can give you, since she won't get the signing bonus. Apparently, while her recreations are great, they lack originality, which
Rude.
you all there's a sting to it, given how much the corporation absolutely is making its 8th remake of the exact same IP. Her friends sort of rally around her. Leo's gonna transfer each of you the split of the eddies, so you get 1,000 each.
I think Webb would turn it down. And he's just like, it's not always about the money.
I think I'm pretty sure I would send an email or like a message or like I would message Chidori anonymously, telling her that Discom was interested in hiring her.
Okay.
But it would be very anonymous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't turn down the money. I take it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I take it.
there you go.
It is all about the money sometimes.
Some
Art ain't
I
cheap.
absolutely take it.
That is true. Art ain't cheap.
Neither is medicine.
Medicine.
Being a fixer is.
And with that, as this art installation begins, the lights begin to dip on it. The pervasive ambiance of Night City bleeds across the way. And while there may not be stars out here in the depths of Night City, there is a shining example of community and friends and family in this repurposed parking garage that is now exploding with light and color and music and life. And that is where our cyberpunks are going to say goodnight for today. Thank you guys so much for a game. I hope you enjoyed it.
I
This is
love
so
it.
much fun. Yeah.
That was so much
Fantastic.
It is
Great.
It's a fun system. It's a little weird. I thought it would be much deadlier than that, and I was like, okay, well, great, everybody's fine. Your armor's your armor's doing wonderful. Okay, cool. Stupid door. Net running is at least understandable in this game.
Bruh, so much easier than Shadowrun.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Shadowrun is
thumbs
wild.
up.
And incomprehensible. Incomprehensible.
And that is part of the reason why last night I was like, ooh. I was like, I'm not gonna learn net running. I just assume it'll be like Shadowrun. I don't want to figure it out.
Blessedly not. I had a great time. I hope we get to come back and revisit these guys. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too.
Very fun. Thank you so much for running it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Pixie is going to raid us out if she's listening, and we'll do that. But if not, I'm going to sit here. So when you're ready, Pixie, go for it. Yeah, cannot.
cannot.
Okay, well then never mind. We're going to... is somebody available to raid? Sway. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
That one's easy enough.
At Bardic Sway? Is that how I do this?
I think so.
Yep.
/raid at Bardic.
At Bardic Sway. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing.
Look at you go, like a pro.
Invalid username.
Is it
Bardic
because of
underscore
cat?
sway?
No, at.
Okay.
Apparently.
Look at me
That's right.
do the thing. Yeah, the music tonight DJ'd by Andrew. So, and if you didn't recognize it, we had some wonderful beats from Arcane Anthems, which is what the man does. So we're gonna say good night. Thank you everybody for being here. But until next time, be cool.